Hey friends, TUXX here. I've had my Xperia 1 Mark V now for several days, and I've had a chance to listen to some music and test, and although I still have a lot more testing to do, I wanted to pick out a quick video at least and talk about some of the audio features, because in my original unboxing, it was simply an unboxing. So if you're thinking about buying this, okay, so part of my logic, okay, was that I wanted to have a phone that had a headphone jack, that this indeed does, right up there, headphone jack. I wanted it to be USB-C, and I wanted a slot here to have a micro SIM card, like a flash memory card. Okay, I'm getting excited here. And so I wanted those elements, and a lot of phones these days honestly don't have a headphone jack, and they don't have a spot for a memory card, and that is disappointing. Okay, so that is part of what led me to this. Now, what led me to this even more is the fact that it's Sony, okay, and the fact that the Sony NW-A306 is an amazing little music player with a lot of amazing settings that you only find in like $1,000 plus DAPs, digital audio players. So really good. I have lots of videos on this. You can check out my queue. But for this video, I want to talk about the phone and how this compares to this, okay? And at least so far in my initial testing, a few things do stand out, okay? First off, this does have a music limiter in it. This is a US version, and it sounds great. It does sound loud, but because of like health reasons or whatever, Sony in the US, they put in a music limiter. It goes to 120, okay, which is still plenty loud, but it's not as loud as it would be in some other countries like the Japanese release, is my understanding of it, okay? Now, as far as the Sony phone goes, I was curious, like, would it go to 120? Like, how does the audio gonna work on here, okay? And the audio is like a normal phone. It doesn't really have numbers. It just goes to max setting. I did find that listening to like streaming services like Sirius Satellite Radio or like Amazon Music on this was actually a little bit louder than listening to it on this. Okay, so that's something to consider. Now, they both sound excellent, and this does have some features that this one doesn't have, but I will say this does have some features. So instead of going over everything in the NW-A306, which I'll make a versus video later, but I just wanted to cover some of the features that are definitely included in this for a quick video. Okay, so you have Dolby Sound. Okay, so you can turn that on and off. Okay, you have 360 reality audio, which I do like a lot. You have 360 up mix. Okay, you have DSEE Ultimate, which I have on right now, which I tend to keep on a lot. Okay, you have priority, and then you do have it works with Dolby Atmos when you have the correct headphones with it and the correct sound bar or source material, and that's pretty much the limits of the special audio features like filters that are built into it. But again, that's very feature rich. That's much higher than other players, and this does indeed play high-end audio files. Okay, and you can go to the Amazon website, which I'll have a link for this right below, so you can check all the super technical specs there. I'm trying to keep this video short, but I will play high-end files like FLAC files and things like that from here onto here, which is great. I have not tested a DSF file yet, but I believe all the files from here will work on here. If it doesn't, let me know if you found something that doesn't work. But so far, everything I throw at this thing, it takes, and it sounds amazing, okay? So that's something to consider that. So if you're looking for one device, okay, to listen to, all your music on and still be a phone, and still be a camera, this could be a great purchase for you, okay? And the stereo speakers actually sound really well. Now, of course, YouTube doesn't let me play a lot of like copyrighted music, but tell you what, we'll go ahead and we'll check out something here just real quick. Looks like I got Cracker Island, the Gorillas on here. It has two speakers, one here and one down here. Okay, so if you're listening to it as like a desktop without headphones, you can. Here's a sample. It sounds good. It really does. I mean, I can't play it too long because I'll get a strike, but it really sounds good. I was surprised at the quality of the sound and the volume of the sound. It really sounds good. Now, for me recording this on my Sony camera up here, okay, I'm not sure if the sound's going to come through the same as what you're listening to it after it's uploaded, compressed, edited, uploaded, downstream to you on your device, wherever that might be, a cell phone or headphones or whatever. But from here in this room where I'm filming this, it really does sound good. It's something worth checking out. So I would say that is a win-win. So far, I was hoping that maybe it might even have more advanced features, but it doesn't seem to have anything else besides the features, those sound settings I just showed you. But that is, in my mind, feature-rich. Like, it doesn't have the vinyl processor that is on here. It doesn't have that on here, But with very few exceptions, with very few exceptions, everything from here is on here, okay? And I'm still testing it to see about as far as what files will play or won't play, but this is a very, very impressive phone. Like, so far, I'm really loving it. The headphone works great. The headphone can also be a microphone, so it can be output or input, which is really nice, and that's something to think about. But if you're looking for something which will allow you not to carry two devices on a trip, this could be your device, okay? And of course, since you can put your own memory card in here, you can, much like this, you can load a little flash memory card full of all your favorite songs. Like, we're talking up to 1 terabyte of music on here. Okay, so that's a lot of room. And that's 1 terabyte in addition to the base memory. If you got the 512 or 256 or whatever you got, that's a lot of room for music, you know. So that you should be able to have enough of music on there for many flights. I haven't got a case for this. Everyone says, "Oh, are you getting a case for it?" Yeah, I'm getting a case for it. It's fingerprinting, I know, but I've been using this thing a lot and testing it. It's great for photography. Like, here's an example. So far, I'll show you one thing which I really do like is the burst photography. I'll just mention is excellent, and I'll talk a lot more about this in a future video. But from photography, it does allow you to actually like take a bunch of shots as a burst, which is something which a lot of other phones generally won't let you do. You can see here burst menu. You can actually do that, and it could shoot without looking at the exact numbers. I want to say it's like 30 frames per second or something. It's a lot. It really here it destroys. Let me show you real quick. I'm just gonna hit this button, and normally, like, if you hear like a Sony phone, or it's like tick 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 tick, like that, like a model or something. If you're like, you know, Paris runway model or something, but this is fast. Listen to this. That is crazy. That is like more shots. That's like a rapid fire machine gun, guys. Like, and out of that, so now if I look here, it's gonna have like a whole bunch of shots, and they're all the same shots. So it's really not the best example, but if you're doing like wildlife or something, you can get that perfect shot with a perfect look. You know, there's so much to like about the photography. I mean, this is like, sometimes I feel like this is actually like a camera trying to pose as a cell phone, you know, but it really has so much like Alpha series camera stuff in it. I'm still learning a lot of it, but it's something which is really nice. And so the fact you get the music stuff and the camera stuff in this one device, it makes it a pretty hot ticket, okay? I will have a link for this phone down below, as well as other Sony products I have, like the NW-A306, and then also headphones, the 1005s, and also some recent earbuds, which I just tested. So anyway, guys, if you have more questions, let me know in the comments below. Again, there's a lot more testing to do, but so far, signs are very favorable. And as you can see, there's a lot of features from this bad boy onto here, okay? So good stuff. All right, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Click the links down below. Bye-bye.